Silent Hill already is a psychological nightmare, but what if you wanted something to put you into the psych ward? Well, thanks to Silent Hill F, this has you covered. It's called I Still Have Wings. We have to navigate the horrors of the Silent Hill world while getting every single trophy without losing your mind. We begin our first run on hard difficulty for action and puzzle, so we can unlock Into the Fog difficulty. The game starts with us playing as Hanako, meeting up with Shu. We are a 16-year-old girl navigating throughout the horrors of the Silent Hill world. We also run into her friend, this woman right here. She is an absolute cow. You will see her throughout the game for the first playthrough. Oh! She's got destroyed! She just died! First trophy, we have to go through this whole section without getting one single finger laid on us. And here it is, that's that easy. First section, first trophy, just like that. Didn't get touched, and there it is, like the fleeing hare. Escape from the fog monster without getting hit. This is our first enemy, and she is beyond caked up. Look at this, goddamn baby! Gonna beat her head in, which unlocks our second trophy called Surrounded by the Fog. For our next trophy, we're gonna make sure we don't get hit by this guy, the faceless enemy. He's one of the worst enemies in the game. All we have to do is make sure he doesn't get us once. Gotta wait for him to walk past us. Once he does like that, you sneak it away. We go and collect the three things. If you're into the code, you go straight to the door, unlock it, and should unlock your next trophy called Untouchable, which also unlocks our next trophy called The Fox's Guidance for just doing the story mission. Now we have to get 5 different needles out of 5 different scarecrows 5 times in a row when they get absolutely caked up every single time to unlock our next trophy called Acupuncture Specialist. I also wanted to show you this one cutscene because this is why I did not like this woman at the start. Anyway, we are just walking down the stairs. You see her disgusting, devilish eyes. She has nothing but jealousy in her eyes, pushes her down the steps, knocks her out like an absolute conniving cunt, which evidently unlocks your next trophy called Scarecrow's Whisperers. May I introduce you to the hardest boss, I reckon, in the whole entire game except for one of the endings. Here is our first boss battle. This boss is an absolute pain in the behind, 2 different phases, but I'm going to show you every single boss on Into the Fog difficulty because that's where the game actually starts. For this trophy, it's a story related trophy. All you have to do here is drink that, I don't know what that is, I think that's water. You drink the water and it burns her mouth, and there's that disgusting fox guy watching her just absolutely suffer. And you see this doll throughout the game, which unlocks our next story related trophy, which is called Cleansed. For the next trophy, you've got to get to the middle school. That is it, it's the story related trophy, unmissable, which is called On the Way to School. While in the middle school, we verse these absolute fat pricks. They look like Chris Piggy Pig, but they are way bigger. Look at his big ass mouth, you know he's chomping out all the burgers. Now we have to do another puzzle, which is the box puzzle, one of the most annoying puzzles. You gotta get the right slides, get the right images to unlock the key to actually escape the middle school. There it is, key back to the mountains. We gotta go back. As you can see, Rinko is trying to get our partner away from us. He calls us partner because we're best friends, and she is really jealous because she's in love with Shu, and that's why she keeps going behind her back, pushing down the stairs, doing everything she can to sabotage, which unlocks our next trophy called Shell of the Past. Another puzzle for another trophy. We're gonna get the right order of the statues to unlock the different lanterns to unlock the next cutscene, which I'm going to show you right now. This backstabbing girl, after all she did, pushing her down the stairs, trying to get behind her back, trying to get Shu from underneath her, she is begging. We do not have friends like this. You have friends like this in real life, get rid of them. Hanako has the worst friends, and I'm happy that she's walking away, leaving her in the dark. We promised to stick together, but you sat there backstabbing us every single time, calling us a traitor when you are the traitor. Never trust anyone who projects their insecurities onto you. May I introduce you to the worst boss in the game, the most hideous, disgusting thing I've ever seen. It is a woman with about 100 different babies, and look, she shoots out different enemies into big, disgusting mucus balls. So all we have to do is just absolutely annihilate her. Look at that, she is gone, baby. And they're the things that she shoots out. She's annoying and a pest. As she walks through the doors after fighting that boss, we see Shu hanging up with chains above him. We have a choice to either put him down to his misery or let him walk. You know what we chose. Rest in peace, Shu. I thought he was a good guy, but evidently he is not. W Hanako, which also unlocks our next story related trophy, which is called the Farewell Party. We have to navigate these horrors and not get hit by any single enemy once to unlock our next trophy, which is pretty easy, called Agile Escape. Since you know me, an absolute loot fiend in every single game, we find the O Divine Tree, discovered the 1,000-year cheddar. As we try to leave our house, we get ambushed by this monster. This is one of the endings and one of the final bosses in the game. She throws us to the ground, which also unlocks our next trophy. I want to sit with you guys throughout this cutscene. This was actually a shock to me when I was playing the game. If you have not seen this, click away. This is a spoiler. When I was playing this, I didn't expect this cutscene to happen at all. For them to saw off her arm, and she actually has to do it herself, which is actually more horrific. But look, they actually attach her with a wolf arm. This wolf arm comes in handy for the rest of the game, especially on into the fog difficulty, because you get to use this in every single run from here on out in the Silent Hill world, which I think is an absolute W. To test out the wolf arm, we're going to fight this fat prick. As you can see, we have a little bar at the bottom that is unlimited health and unlimited stamina. We can absolutely just wreck every single enemy for a limited amount of time. So that is a beautiful thing about the arm, which makes it easier for Into the Fog difficulty. Another cutscene, as you can see, she is normal right now, and then they saw off her face to put on a mask, which I found absolutely horrific. Look at this. She is standing there crying her eyes out. Watch this. Oh my goodness. And they actually saw off the front of her face and replace it with a fox mask. This is sickening work, Silent Hill. Look, there is the skin off of her face. I'm going to put that wolf mask on and sew it onto it to replace the skin. And I find this so disturbing. Silent Hill is actually a psychological nightmare. I was not kidding from the start of the game. And have a look at her reaction. Oh my god, her lips are all disgusting as well. Rest in peace, girl. We have to beat this boss into the ground to show you Into the Fog on how difficult he is, because there's another trophy related to this boss. Once we kill him, put him out of his misery, unlock a trophy called Plucked Wings. Anything for you, baby. Get to the final boss battle, we're going to find these 3 different emblems, and as you can see, we're finding an absolutely caked up mannequin and this pregnant thing that just will not go away. I find it so disturbing. This last part is impossible in my opinion. What we have to do next is find a key with wax all around it, get rid of the wax, find the key to unlock the door to get the last puzzle to get to the final boss. But before we get to the final boss, we can find her 3 friends all strung up, 1 burnt, 1 hung, 1 killed. In this boss battle, as you can see, the mother is just swinging. All she does is spam, spam, spam. It made me want to smash my controller through this screen, through my monitor about 100 times, and it felt so good to wreck that bitch. We killed the fat father as well to unlock our next trophy, put into good terms. I thought that was the last boss, but it wasn't. This is another pregnant boss battle. As you see, she spat out the baby into her. We gotta find the 3 different coins to get through the door to fight the final battle of ending 1. What does it look like? There's another trophy, solar and lunar eclipse, 2 portals open. Another story related trophy, we get caught by these 2 idiots, which unlocks our next trophy called the Path of Self-Preservation. There is her mum and dad in the flesh, without them being absolutely destroyed. They're going to see her and refuse her, disown her. As you can see, that is her from the start. She has turned into that monster. I found this cinematic history. Pop their heads clean off like a grape. All that fruit juice all over the floor. Faceless, no face, no face. Rest in peace. To unlock our next trophy, the Path of Exhalation. For ending 1, we're versing the boss is actually her after she gets married to the fox guy in her mid-20s, and this is her as a 16-year-old fighting against her future self because she wants to go back in time to rewrite all the wrongs that she has taken. And I find that pretty nice for a little summary. More in-depth discussions online, look them up. I want you guys to experience this game for yourself. We do defeat herself. That is pretty funny to say, like, you're going to defeat yourself in an alternate timeline or your future self. Would you take the risk to restart everything from the point that you're at right now? Say if you're 16 right now and you're 21, would you take that chance and go back 5 years? Which unlocks our trophy, Coming Home to Roost. Drown in the bottomless pit of self-doubt, thankful to be here, complete the game on action story level, grateful to a worthy foe, complete action difficulty on hard, wise researcher, complete the difficulty puzzle on hard as well. Now it's time for New Game Plus. We're going to get every single ending. There is 5 different endings. We need 4 more. Collectible trophies, missable trophies. Let's get straight into it. For the first missable trophy, you're going to unlock this mailbox, which is the next trophy called A Federal Offense. We return to her dad's general store, which we kill this fat prick, which unlocks our next trophy. Go away, you'll ruin the shop's reputation. Next missable trophy, we're gonna kill different enemies, several different enemies, underneath this blue light, which sucks their soul out so they cannot regenerate and not come back from the dead. Unlocks no one left behind. Unlock winners don't do drugs. Fervent collector. Hamamamori sage. Winners don't do drugs. For this trophy, gotta make sure the boss's lackeys do not hit us once. He lights them on fire and they come running at us head first and blow themselves up to injure us. We're gonna make sure none of them hit us, which unlocks echoes of jealousy. We pick up this note after finding 3 different notes, which unlocks the truth about the Tanuski family. Find the housemaid's note, the family physician's note, and strict mother's letter. This trophy, you're going to go through 3 different doors. Going to make sure to go through the right door 3 different times. If you do not go through the right door, we have to fight different enemies in different doors. But if you go to the right door 3 times in a row, you do unlock this next trophy, called Sly Like the Fox. We have to run into the fog monster 3 different times to unlock our next trophy, which is called Where Are You Going? In this ending, we're going to make sure this boss doesn't kill us once. I'm playing on story difficulty, so I cannot die to it. I can just run in and belt the living crap out of their big, beautiful hips, called the bird that flies the highest. Also, after beating that boss, we get intellectual pursuits. 8 of the apostate. After we unlock health, sanity, and stamina max, we get our next trophy, which is called Close to the Sun. After collecting the 5 different posters, we unlock the UFO ending. Since it is a Silent Hill game, it is the UFO ending. It has to be a little bit weird. It is a comic book version of it in black and white, which I find pretty cool. I'll go look up this UFO ending to see it for yourselves, which is called The Great Space Invasion. Come up here and pick up this different vase. Once we pick up this different vase, we unlock our next trophy, which is called Treasured Belongings. Now it's time to return to the big tree, where we unlock the best weapon in the game. You also get a weapon for unlocking the UFO ending, which is not that good, but also with this knife, if you purify it, the damage on the knife doesn't regenerate, but if you don't purify it, the sword regenerates its health whenever you use a different weapon, which is why not purifying it. If you want to go for the into the fog run, I would not purify the sword, but you will need to purify it to get different endings. Evidently unlock our next trophy, the malevolent blade that never rusts, unless it's purified, of course. Now it's time to purify the sword into the blood. I have to do this to get 2 different endings. After opening every one of these boxes and secret doors, we unlock our next trophy, Inara Summer's Secrets, for opening every room and box. For this boss battle, this is one of the toughest bosses in the game, probably the 2nd most difficult. This one, all I had to do was just kill him. Make sure if you want to do this yourself, have enough healing items on top of you, have some sanity items on top of you, and must have stamina items on top of you. That is the best way to beat every single boss in this game, is having stamina, stamina, stamina. So you want to upgrade your guy, make sure to upgrade him fully on stamina, then health, then your sanity. That is the order I went into to make sure to unlock every single trophy with ease and beat every single boss, sometimes a couple of deaths, but Puppet Master is what we unlocked for that one. We didn't get hit by a single arrow either, which is actually another part of the trophy hunt. We also unlock a next trophy called Fox's Wedding for beating that boss and that ending. May I introduce you to the hardest boss in the entire game? I'm going to show you what I had to do on Into the Fog difficulty. Evidently it unlocks our next trophy, the fox wets its tail. Now for the dreaded Lost in the Fog difficulty. Now it is time for the first boss, Sakako. Oh my god, she's already spamming. I can just see it's going to be a pain in the ass. I'm going to try something up differently. We're going in with heavy attacks. Let's try some light attacks. So if I stab her once or twice, but she's really fast into the fog. Stab her again, and we're already dead because we've got no heals. Yeah, this is just going to be a pain in the ass. I can just see myself dying a million times. I cannot do this. We are so far through the 2nd phase. I've legit hit her like 100 times. Can she just please die? I'm listening out for her little jingles. There she is. Look at her just being ominous and stuff. Bro, I've got literally no heals left. No sanity, nothing. She just took down all my health. There is no way. Where is she? She just teleports. I need to start flicking the thing in the air so I can go up there and hit her. Can she just die? Please. This is the last time. Okay. Dodger's on fleek. What? She spammed it. Yes. Light it up. This is it. What? How's she not dead? How, man? This is like the 50th time I've hit her. There is no shot. This is this difficulty on the first boss. This has to be the last hit. Please, I'm begging you. Please, man. I'm spamming it. Yes. Oh my god, bro. I just sat here for 2 hours trying to beat this boss on Lost in the Fog. On hard difficulty, it took me an hour. 2 hours? I sat here for so long, pulling my hair out, trying to get this done. Oh my god, don't do Lost in the Fog unless you want the platinum. Oh my god, it's torturous. This trophy, we have to give our brooch to this statue and purify the sword, which unlocks the 4th ending, which I had to do like twice because the guide made sure I couldn't get it done. Don't do Power Pix's guide, it actually sucks. The Silent Hill 2 one, I struggled so much doing this and had to do 2 extra runs, all because of him. I don't know who was writing that blog, but damn. A gift I cannot accept. And there's another one in this room too. What am I looking at? Oh, there's a skank. Get to the door. Oh my god, don't kill me. It hit me. I can't die in that animation. Please. Oh, there's another 2 of them. What the fuck? Here she comes with her spam. Dodge it! Why does the circle button not work? No. I'm out of stamina! Yes! Oh my god, yes! 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 Die, you fat cunt! Yes! You stupid filth! I'll just keep unloading onto his back. I want to introduce you to the worst boss in any game I've ever played. I finally got up to its 3rd and final stage. I thought I was in the clear. With 1 HP, I put on a bandage. Is it enough for me to survive? Because I died there and my controller went flying across the room and I couldn't get my pure reaction because the mic volume was out of this world. I was about to give up on this boss. After a while, you know what happens here. We play on the hardest difficulty ever in gaming. The hardest achievements, the hardest platinums, we get them. But this time, this boss was not defeating me. I pulled out the sledgehammer and just went bam with the back shots until we got to the 3rd and final phase of this boss. Now what we have to do here is kill every one of these fat dogs, or at least 3 of them, and have over half of our health to make sure when he explodes and blows all over his back, we have enough health to survive the explosion. After defeating about 3 of these fat blobs, I was up to the final one. I am trying to kill it as fast as I can, but it explodes, and look at that. We finally beat the hardest boss on the hardest difficulty ever I've ever played, probably in a long time. Clear skies, complete the game and Lost in the Fog. Puzzle master, puzzles are Lost in the Fog. Now we're going to draw the Amamori, some gamba. We're going to gamble to get the 40 Amamoris, and there it is, Amamori Collector. Unlock the Platinum Trophy. We have to defeat these 2 final boss battles in under 10 minutes. Yes, defeat 2 bosses in under 10 minutes. I went to story mode to do this. I was going to do it on Lost in the Fog, but I said, I can't even beat 1 boss in under 10 minutes on Lost in the Fog. How the heck would I ever beat it on story mode? Now, if you want to see me do any more hard platinums just like this, tell me in the comments section down below what is the most difficult platinum in the horror game franchises that you would like to see me platinum, because this was the most difficult down bad platinum I've ever got. Finally, I get rid of the first boss. We activate the 2nd boss. This boss is the one that shoots arrows at you, stomps you, has so much health. Look at this, you're going to get perfect dodges every time, because if you get hit, literally half your health is gone. But I perfected the dodges. I became a dodging master. I feel like I could beat Dark Souls with ease now. Even though this is way harder than Dark Souls is way harder than this, I still believe in my heart of hearts I can beat Dark Souls easily, in my opinion. If you don't think that, we can do the platinum. If this video gets 100 likes, I will do the Dark Souls platinum. And here it is, the finale. I did not get my live reaction because the mic turned off after the other boss on Lost in the Fog. So this is the after the fact. We got Godslayer for beating both bosses in under 10 minutes. Yes, I am him. Which also unlocks the final couple of trophies that I need. Thank you guys so much for watching. If you enjoyed, you want to see any more platinums just like this, tell me in the comments section down below what to platinum next. If you made it this far in the video, type Kobe. If you did make it this far in the video, it'd be greatly appreciated if you drop a like, hit that share button, subscribe, follow me on all my social medias, and there we are, half woman, half wolf. Pretty cool in my opinion, but where is my platinum trophy? I have been waiting for it for 3 days now. We're one of the first ones to platinum Silent Hill, and there it is in silence, and there's the platinum trophy. I still have wings. Catch you guys in the next platinum.